Preacher, if in danger, pull this.
It is. And I'm betting at least one of those sermons is going to be, I am the light of the world. Hey everybody, it's Pastor Los. Glad to be with you for another edition of Gospel Unplugged. And this week I am with my eminently satisfactory colleague.
Can you believe it?
After all these years.
Who would have thought?
Stellar colleague and personal good friend.
Mr. Dixon.
Dr. Pastor.
Yeah, Dr. Pastor.
And we are in Lent. We are reading John. It is one more long story. So again, we're going to be labeling this as John 10 selected verses. It's the Good Shepherd story, and we're trying to make it manageable on a Sunday morning. So as always, if you want to read the whole of chapter 10, there's a link in the email. You can click that. So I will read John 10, selected verses. St. John writes, "And Jesus said, 'Very truly I tell you, anyone who does not enter the sheepfold by the gate, but climbs in by another way, is a thief and a bandit. The one who enters by the gate is the shepherd of the sheep. The gatekeeper opens the gate for him, and the sheep hear his voice. He calls his own sheep by name and leads them out. When he has brought out all of his own, he goes ahead of them, and the sheep follow him because they know his voice. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly. For I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. The hired hand, who is not the shepherd and does not own the sheep, sees the wolf coming and leaves the sheep and runs away, and the wolf snatches them and scatters them. The hired hand runs away because a hired hand does not care for the sheep. I am the good shepherd. I know my own, and my own know me, and I lay down my life for the sheep. I have other sheep that do not belong to this fold. I must bring them also, and they will listen to my voice, so that there will be one flock and one shepherd. For this reason the Father loves me, because I lay down my life in order to take it up again. No one takes it from me, but I lay it down on my own accord. I have the power to lay it down, and I have the power to take it up again. And I have received this command from my Father." Well, how you like them apples?
It's good. It's a great story. Yeah. So we said before we started recording, sometimes we kind of like talk it through like, well, I've got a couple ideas here and then I can hand that off. And we decided to not do that and just kind of talk our way into it because I don't have like a well-formed sense of what narrative I'd be engaging with here. Sorry, Emmett, I bumped the microphone. But as you were reading, just as I hoped, a new kind of question did occur to me that I hadn't thought of before. And it's kind of like, what's the difference between a sheep thief and a shepherd, really, like materially? They're both going to eat the sheep at some point. Like a shepherd is going to harvest it. So I was thinking about that, and I was like, well, is the difference that the shepherd has the right to the sheep? Like they properly belong to the shepherd. Okay, I could work with that. I like that. We belong to Jesus. That's good. Another thing I thought of, though, is that under the shepherd's care, the flock will grow. Like it will multiply. And if you let a wolf into the pen, that won't happen. It will just devour until it's satisfied or until all the sheep are gone. So there's a different level of like stewardship and care and support that happens there. And I don't know, just occurring to me for the first time here.
It's occurring to me for the first time, too, and I'm finding it a little disturbing.
It is disturbing. And obviously, every metaphor works in some ways and doesn't work in other ways. They're not suggesting here that Jesus eats the sheep of his flock.
Eventually eat you.
Yeah, that's not what
Stop
works.
it.
So I think you focus on these other things, that the belonging, the sheep properly belong to the shepherd. That's an important difference.
Like, he'll shear the sheep.
He'll shear the sheep. Yeah.
I'm sure he's going to eat.
Guess what? Shepherds ate sheep.
Oh, my word.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's going to take me a minute to recover.
I didn't write it.
Oh, my goodness.
He could have been a rose gardener.
We're never
You know who doesn't eat roses? Rose gardeners.
We're never not going to talk this through.
We're going to prepare beforehand. That's good. No,
my
I took a
goodness.
philosophy of metaphor class in college, and one of the most important, I don't remember very much from college in general, but one of the most important things I remember is that there's a way in which a metaphor works and it applies, and
Yeah.
there's a way in which it doesn't.
Stretches so far and it
So
breaks.
obviously what we're talking about here is how Jesus is the rightful owner and the voice to whom they will respond, not that he also happens to eat sheep, which shepherds absolutely did do.
Okay.
So what were some of your thoughts?
What a couple.
Can you put the Bible text up on the screen? It's like it's technical difficulties. It's like dun, 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 dun. You need to put the Bible text
colored
up.
screen.
Yeah, with like a Bible character just smiling.
Oh
and
my
waving.
goodness. All right, I feel like we can salvage this. Save this. Come around again.
Yeah,
Um,
this is going to be a lot of people's favorite Gospel Unplugged ever.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do think that the strong thrust of the passage is the contrast by the things that take life and the things that give life.
Right.
And I think what's like an act of imagination is to move from the very concrete metaphor of thieves and bandits breaking in to steal the sheep, or the wolves breaking in to eat the sheep, to what are those things in our daily lives that do not give life, but that we too easily let through the gates, and how does that contrast with the abundant life Jesus is offering? Because I think one of the dimensions of our modern life in this world is how many people present themselves as the answer or as life-giving,
Right.
or buy this, do this, vote this way, come with me, follow, and it is deceptive. And I think there's a promise here where you will not have that experience with Jesus ever. It will always be about life and giving life and
For your
abundant
sake.
life,
Yeah.
more life than you are used to experiencing.
Yeah.
So I find that really powerful. I find the sense that because sometimes it is very hard. It's not just that we're doing a bad job of discerning this. Sometimes it's really hard. And Jesus' confidence that my sheep know my voice, which is, I think, a reminder you are in the community and you will learn Jesus' way. You will recognize what truly calls you to life. And I think we all have those moments where there's these moments of clarity where it's just like, oh, this feels like life. So I like that. And I like the expansiveness of the promise at the end. I have other sheep that don't belong to this fold.
Yeah.
I'll bring them too. There'll be one flock, one shepherd. So I think too, to sort of imagine that the work isn't done yet and Jesus doesn't, what we see, who we know, who's in our group is not the full extent of Jesus' ministry. So those are a couple of things that I would invite you to think about, Pastor Dixon.
You and I both are very interested in leadership and how we can encourage young people of the church to grow into leadership. And I think it's fair to say we're both kind of interested in that concept and thinking about what that could look like in the future here. I think this story could be a great one for some future leadership project because that is absolutely one of the crucial differences between a thief and a shepherd. In the thief's case, the sheep, it only works one way. The sheep give their life to meet the needs of the thief. That's it. And what Jesus establishes here that's so lovely is you'll know the shepherd because the shepherd is the one who will lay down his life for the sheep. And that is what ownership and leadership really look like, is that sacrificial, I will lay down my life for your sake, to serve you, to protect you. And I think that's really helpful for us to remember in this world, like who are the people, what are the places, what are the institutions who are operating for the benefit of the people they serve versus deriving benefit from the people they are encouraging to follow them. What does following get you? Is it a pyramid scheme or is it a lot of life and service and love and sacrifice flowing back to you from those places. So it's a good story for that reason.
I heard a story once from a colleague of mine years and years ago that I trust is true. It's like too good of a story for sermons to completely trust it.
Yeah.
But I believe her in sharing this, but it helps me think about how do we discern the difference amongst all the voices that are out there calling for us. And she was on a trip to the Holy Lands, and one day in one of the bus trips they were going on, she saw all these sheep, and behind the sheep was someone with a crook and driving them forward. And she said to the guide, like, I am so disappointed. I always thought shepherds went up ahead of their sheep and called out to them, and they followed the shepherd. And the tour guide, without thinking twice, said, "Oh, that's not the shepherd. That's the butcher." And so that sense of like, what calls something out of you that is life-giving and you feel led to something more, and what are those things that drive you? Like if you stop to think about it, they're just driving you.
Yeah.
And can that be a way to then sort of think differently about, equipping our kids, equipping our people, getting better ourselves at learning to follow life? All right, I feel like I should ask our colleagues, did we make it back? Did we get there? Are we going to go?
We landed this plane. Yeah.
Scully.
Yeah. Right.
In the river.
What's the Denzel Washington one where he does it upside down?
Yeah.
Do you not know that one?
I do not remember.
Never seen it. Okay, so that's your first homework assignment. Find that Denzel
First
Washington
question.
movie.
Flight.
Oh, Flight.
Yeah. Okay.
Watch Flight.
All right, a question or two we'll close with.
Well, I mean, one that occurs to me is if you take a minute, take a breath, take stock in your life, which voices are you following? What are some of the voices that you're giving a lot of headspace and you find yourself following? That's one. Maybe a second one is in our current climate, the idea of being a sheep is really looked down upon, and you hear people called sheeple, and you're just a sheep, and it's very it's a diminutive thing. But in the Bible, it's a common image that's used. And how can you take pride in being a sheep who humbly, sweetly follows a good shepherd?
And trust the
There's something
shepherd.
good about that. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Great episode.
Thanks for bearing with us. And we'll see you at church.